afternoon, everyone. My name is Shiowjiuan Chen. I originally came from Taiwan. I'm teaching in the leadership program in Rikkyou University. It is my honor to share what I teach in my class. My subject today is practicing leadership on a train. In my class, I usually ask this question. If you're sitting on a train, someone needs to sit, what will you do? The reason why I ask this question is because I want to make our students to practice leadership outside the classroom and also solve the problem with others. We all take a train. We always have a chance to practice it. If we didn't make it yesterday, we can try it today. My other reason is I want to make a society in which Japanese love to practice leadership to offer their seat to others. And also, I want to have a seat someday. To give a seat to others is a common practice in Taiwan and in many other countries. When I first came to Japan, I found an old lady standing on a train. Even though I did not speak Japanese well, I communicate with my body language and gave my seat to her. I imagine that Japanese as kind and polite people. How come this old lady got a seat from foreigner rather than a Japanese? And I think it's quite strange. It is my first shock. My second shock happened years later. Both of us were sitting on the train. An old man got on the train, and my friend Shinji suddenly stood up as he had something to tell us. That old man hesitated for a while and then sat beside me. After we got off the train, I asked Shinji, "Why did you stand up suddenly?" He said, "I want to give my seat to that old man in a polite way." I realized that for Japanese, to give a seat directly is not appropriate. My third shock was that when I tried to give my seat to others, some seniors refused my courtesy. Based on my shock, I designed a leadership practice. You're sitting on a train. Somebody seems to need a seat. What will you do? Here are 3 typical answers. Answer A. I'm shy. I want to give my seat, but I cannot do anything. Japanese tend to think shyness or hazukashisa is one of the most important things in their lives. I have lived in Japan for 24 years. I found that Japanese love to behave themselves in a particular set of rules. If someone do something different from their routine, they will think it's hazukashi. And if a Japanese intervene in others' routine, that is meiwaku. In a train case, Japanese tend to think to give the seat or take a seat is irregular. In other words, is meiwaku or hazukasa. I think avoiding the hazukasa and meiwaku is one of the reasons that seniors refuse to take my seat, and also the reason that Shinji just stood up rather than give his seat directly. I know it's very difficult to overcome this haskasa or mewaku. I encourage my students to take the advantage of practicing leadership rather than just concerned about the feeling of mewaku or haskasa. There's another answer B. I'm tired. I don't want to give my seat. To keep your seat, you can get a rest. But if you decide to offer your seat, you can earn a chance of practicing leadership. Answer C. I want to stand up and give my seat to that person. It's a great thing to do. Let's discuss how to do it after. Think about different situations. What if you do not have a seat? What will you do? Here are two typical answers. Answer D. I do not have a seat. I cannot help. Answer E. I will ask someone who is sitting on a priority seat to stand up. What if that person gets angry? Or what if that person has inner illness and you cannot tell from their appearance? To avoid this kind of situation, I highly recommend you to practice the leadership elements which were taught in Rikkyo University. Share a common goal, set an example, and enable others. Share a common goal. Decide and share an inspiring goal with others. Set an example. Have the courage to achieve your goal and take action. Enable others. Create an easy working environment to encourage others to achieve the goal. Let's see how to practice it in different situations. Situation 1. You see somebody seems to need a seat, but you are not sure. What you have to do is to express your goal first. Maybe I'm wrong. I feel that you need a seat. Do you want to sit down? I'm willing to offer my seat. Sometimes to tell white lie is a good way to enable others to feel better to take your seat. But I encourage you to ask questions, because asking questions creates conversation. That lets you clarify your assumption and also let others have the chance to express themselves. If they do not have the same goal, they will let you know, no thank you, or I will get off soon. We cannot force others to follow our goal just because we have good intention. If there is no common goal, we should open our mind to accept this result. Situation 2. You do not have a seat, but you are sure someone needs to sit down. How will you do? What you should do is share your goal with others. And you can ask, is anyone willing to offer a seat? Because if you call for help, your request can make others work easier. Maybe someone noticed the situation already, but they do not know what to do. So if you call help, you can help them as well. In my actual experience, when I ask, do you want to sit down? Some other passenger will notice the situation and stand up to give a seat. I don't think Japanese are selfish. They just need a person like you to have a leadership to enable others to work together. When you practice the leadership on the train, you have to identify different situations and the different stakeholders, you and the person you think you need a seat, and also other passengers. Different people have different values and situations. This is an adaptive challenge. You have to adapt to others' expectation. Asking a neutral question without judgment is helpful. Is anyone willing to offer a seat? It's better than, why don't you offer your seat? What is the benefit of practicing leadership on the train? First, you can sense the ability. You can sense the difficulty around you. Second, you can overcome the difficulty of Haskasa. Third, you can train yourself, have the strength to adapt others' expectations. This is a great leadership development. And also you can get a bonus, others' appreciation. Leadership is not only about an authorized leader. Leadership is about everyone's attitude and behavior in every problem-solving and decision-making situations in our ordinary life. Leadership is about making something extraordinary happen with others. I encourage you to seek the opportunities to practice leadership on the train. Take action and check reaction. You will discover yourself more. And then you can apply the leadership to other occasions in your life or workplace, sensing the difficulty or challenge around you. Share a common goal with other stakeholders. Set the example to provide your resources and enable others to find the resources that you do not have yet. To practice leadership on train is very, very exciting. And I believe you can try it today. Thank you.